Hello and welcome to this short tutorial. Now in this tutorial, I'm basically just going to be showing you how to set up your first virtual reality scene. Um, One thing that I should mention real quick is just pink clicks are right clicks and green clicks are left clicks. So this is my Unity scene. So for those of you who have seen Unity before, this will be a little review. So I can look around. It's completely empty. All I've done is open up a brand new project. One thing that I should mention is that if you look up at the top here, I'm using Unity 2018.3.11. That's really important. Unity changes its version a lot. So when you are starting out, make sure that you basically pick a version of Unity and you stick with it. Um, if you go and you update the software with every single iteration, you will probably end up with bugs in your code. So generally, just try and pick a version and stick with it. So if you're going to try and follow along with this video, um, I would try and pick the same version of Unity, which you can just find in their archives. So I've already done part of this, and what I've done is I've just gone to the asset store because the download takes a few minutes, and I've downloaded the SteamVR Assets Package. Now this Assets Package is free. This does not have to be the version that you use. This is just the version that I'm using for the purposes of this tutorial. So I'm going to show you how to use this package. There are other packages that you can look up. There is VRTK, um, which is right here. There's also, let's see, Newton VR, I believe is one. There's an Oculus package as well. But I am choosing to stick with the SteamVR Assets package because it works on my Oculus Rift as well as obviously the Valve devices, as well as the Microsoft mixed reality headsets. Um, the first thing that you want to do is a little counterintuitive. You actually want to go over here. So this drop-down menu that you see right here, this nice gray space is basically every single object that is within your scene. If you don't know what a scene is, basically if you've ever been playing a video game and you hit a loading screen or it fades out and fades back in, that is one scene. It is basically a contained unit of code. So that the computer is only loading a little bit at a time because otherwise you're stuck with the computer loading for forever. So this is my scene. These are the objects that are in my scene right now. So if I click on main camera and you look over here to the right, you can actually see this is basically the user-friendly version of all the back-end code. So it's really easy to read for people who are brand new to coding, which I really like. Um, but the first thing that you want to do, like I said, it's a little counterintuitive, but you want to delete that main camera. And the reason why is that you want to use the virtual reality camera, which is a little different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my SteamVR Assets package, and if you get a little lost where I'm going, this tiny little gray bar that's right here is actually the file directory. So this is all of the files. Over here is all of the files in my entire project, and over here is the files that I'm going to go into. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go to interaction systems. I'm going to go to core, prefabs, and player, and I'm going to drag and drop that right in there. All right, so now I have my player. Only problem is that my player is standing on empty space. Well, I don't want that. I want my player to have a floor. I think that that would be nice. So I'm going to go up to this create. It's got a tiny little arrow next to it. That's a drop-down menu. 3D objects, and I'm just going to make, you can choose to make a cube as a floor or something else. I'm going to use a plane. I'm going to pull that down a little bit so that it's not in the middle of my player. All right, so now I've got my player and I've got a floor, and all I'm going to do is press play. And it's going to throw me some errors, and it's going to be like, hey, you haven't generated your SteamVR assets or your input actions yet. And I'll be like, yes, I would like you to do that for me. And then I would be like, yes, please do import that missing JSON file. Thank you very much. So I'm going to pull that down, and I'm going to just click down here and save and generate. And so now we're going to have to wait for a minute while it does a lot of the back-end work for me. And then it's going to ask me to save my project. It's also going to start up my SteamVR. Thank you, thank you. Yes, please do save. Alrighty. So now if I press play and I move my headset around, you can actually see that my headset is moving. And if I click and move my controllers so that they're right in front, there you go. You can even see I've got my hands, and my hands are actually moving around. So that's it. That's just going to be a nice little setup so that you can get started. Nice little meme there.